Well, between the coasts of the Pacific and the hills of Ensenada lies one of Mexico's hidden treasures. For decades, El Valle de Guadalupe, or the Guadalupe Valley, has gained recognition as one of the country's most prominent vineyards. Sandra Dibble takes us to a one-of-a-kind extravagant wine celebration.
Among these seemingly modest crops, a journey into the senses begins. Hovering beneath their colored leaves, these grapes are about to be transformed into a winemaker's pride, a connoisseur's inspiration, and a consumer's delight. For decades, El Valle de Guadalupe, or the Guadalupe Valley, has borne witness to this evolution. As a host to dozens of vineyards just east of Ensenada, the valley has quickly developed into the most prominent wine production site in Mexico. Set along the Tecate-Ensenada highway, the region boasts over 95% of Mexico's wine production. What's more, over the years, it has contributed to a rapid shift in Mexicans' interest in wine. Hans Backhoff's father founded Monte Chanique Winery in 1987.
México ha sido un país que ha ido creciendo en la cultura del vino. En esta región antes, hace 10 años, existía alrededor de unas 6 vinícolas únicamente. Ahorita ya existen más de 40 vinícolas. La gente mexicana empieza a poner un poquito más la cerveza a un lado y empieza a interesarse más por el vino.
Here, grapes get personal treatment. They receive care, experience stress, happiness, and fatigue. They embody many forms, and in essence, they exemplify true change.
Mucha gente lo puede describir como un ser viviente. El vino lo ves nacer, lo ves desarrollarse y lo ves morir también.
Through this high-tech machinery, the grapes begin their transformation. Resembling a lab more than a traditional vineyard, the valley's crops go through a complete scientific process before being sent to their fate. With temperature tanks, pressure readers, and storage units, the evolution from fruit to wine begins its course. Nonetheless, even with high tanks and advanced machines, it is Mother Nature's touch which really makes the difference.
El campo es lo más importante. Se puede decir que un 70 o un 60%, más o menos, viene del campo de importancia y después el resto, lo que sigue importante es allá en el lado enológico.
For over 70 years, people from all over the world have traveled along winding roads, rocky paths, and steep hills to take part in this celebration known as the Vendimia. These festivities mark the peak of the summer harvest. As one of the most successful wineries in Mexico, every year L.A. Cheto hosts this massive festival. The ceremony is marked by a traditional mass, a blessing of freshly gathered grapes, and then endless opportunities for wine tasting. The day-long party includes a traditional showcase of highly trained horses and bullfights before thousands of spectators. And throughout this rigorous battle between man and beast, music, applause, and chants never interrupt the constant consumption of wine. With over 2,000 annual attendees, tickets sell out quickly.
Me gusta venir porque soy un consumidor de vino número uno, ¿sí? Y vienes, ves a muchas amistades, ¿sí? El ambiente es increíble, ¿sí? La personalidad de todos, o sea, es algo increíble.
And every year, more and more Americans head south of the border to get a taste of Mexican hospitality and fine wine.
When I was telling people I was coming here, I was amazed at the number of people that hadn't heard about the Guadalupe Valley. So it's an unknown commodity in the United States.
So how do these Mexican wines compare to their international counterparts?
Wine is always wine. I mean, people drink it in joy and happiness, so I guess there's not much of a difference.
The soil from the region plays an important part in this. It has a high salt consistency, and it lies only 10 miles away from the Pacific Ocean, where it receives an ideal combination of sunlight and mist.
Todo vino es diferente, o sea, si se produce en Francia, si se produce en México, se produce en Estados Unidos, Nueva Zelanda, Australia, todo vino va a tener características diferentes. Es un arte, el vino es todo un arte, es un arte muy complejo que no te lo puedo describir así a simple expresión.
Although to the naked eye they are simply grapes, to the hands that pick them and the minds that transform them, they represent a passion, a live art form that grows with the purpose of being savored, from soil to bottle, and from a glass to lips of wine lovers all over the world.
Wines from the Guadalupe Valley are exported to over 50 countries around the world.